Okay, so we made some progress here, and the problem was that it was using an old version of OPCAML. It's a little tricky to update, so let me go through that first. Let me bring this up, and then we'll see if we can get this make some progress, more progress. So what I had to do is run through this process to update it to 4.12. But there were some other issues, and let me see if I can get back to it. See if it's in here. No. There was an issue that it was failing. And let me see if I can find an example where it was failing. It's going to go through a bunch of, see here. Have a bunch of histories here. Let me trying to find the I believe what I had to do is actually init rather than create. Let me see if there's if I'm right about that. Yeah, and that kind of cleaned it up, and then I was right here. Let's see if you can see that. Right here, OPAM init, and then I was able to do it this way and get it to go. And you can see it's the current version. So now we can get back to the instructions. And if one thing I forgot before is, before I do anything else, before we do anything else. This is getting the Z cache params. So we don't want to try to run and start this thing without that. And so while that's running, let me bring this back up. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go here and then build as soon as this is done fetching. And hopefully it will, we'll have our node going. Make sure that's the right one you're seeing. Yeah. All right. So that's what we're going to do. And and we have our chain that was imported. And let me do it this way. I'm gonna just get that, let's see. What I need to do is just uncompress that. Okay, we don't have to compress. We have the file we need for that step. So now we're gonna actually continue on. We're gonna go to and we got two things to run here. Make build depth and then do the eval again. All right, let's see if this works now. Nope. Okay. Open init. And do you want him to modify dot profile? So we go yes. And yes. Source. Let me look at. Oh. And yeah. Well, let's try it. Okay, so now we're gonna let's see what it's gonna do. Okay, that's looking good. Let's see if it actually, yeah, looks like it's doing some package updating. And then we're gonna do another eval, and we're gonna, okay, that's farther than we got before. So now it's doing make. Well, let's see if it can do the make. And then we have to do another eval, and then we gotta make it again. Then generate, then see what happens here. So right now it is processing, and this can take a little bit. This can take a little bit, but if it's going to fail, it's going to fail in not that long. So let's see what this thing's going to do. And it's going. Taking its time, and you know what? We're gonna come back once it's finished here, so we don't waste your time. Okay, so now we have the make build. What do we got here? Make build depths done. So now we're gonna do eval open EPN open OPAM EVN, and then we're going to do the full build OPAM ENV, ENV environment. And now we're going to do make. So let's see. So it's going to go and go. This is probably going to take a little bit. And then what's left to do, once we have that, is, let me scroll down here, is generate the identity and import the chain. Now, importing the chain can take some time, but hopefully not too bad. And don't know how long this is going to take. So you could see this is actually making the node. So it has the dependencies. It looks like eval is kind of like a sourcing the environment, and then it is now making. So we're going to let this go for a while because I have a feeling this can take some time as well. And at that point, we'll be able to hopefully kick off the snapshot import and get that going. So we're making good progress here. You know, once the issue of the correct version of our tools, what was it? I always forget these things. OPAM. Once we got OPAM going, that really made it easiest for us to carry on. And we'll see what happens. See if this works. Because there are a lot of steps here. So you got to plan for a little bit of time to do this. It is, it's not something you're going to do in an hour. Basically because even now that we we've kind of overcome some of the gotchas, the getting the right, the problem we ran into getting the fetch parameters and getting the right version of OPAM and all that. Now that that's resolved, that'll make things faster, but you're not going to speed up pulling in a whole blockchain or building an app that looks like it's fairly involved. So we will come back to this when it is ready and take it from there. Okay, so as you can see, that has completed. And the next step, what we got to do, let me go to that, is generate the identity. So that would be this command here. Let me just make sure I got it accurately. So let's see if that does it. And then the next step, the last step, that I am going to go and set up the link. I'm going to do that in a separate file, just so that I know it's right. And I'm just setting up the node while it's going. It looks like it's ready. So what we have here is we need the path, the full path, and that's home to downloads. Whoop. And the name of our file, which is that, is Tezos Grandanet. And you need to find, let's see where I downloaded it from. Well, we'll just go here. And this is our hash that I think you can see it. See, I had to go, well, let me show you. There, I had to copy the hash, and I am going to, what I'm trying to do here is make hoping this is right. And let's see what we got. I'm copying actually from Adam, but it's essentially a notepad, and hope that it all works. That's interesting. Let me make sure I had that right. Oh, I left out the B. Oh, what directory am I in? Is there a lock here? Okay. So where is the lock? And am I in the wrong directory? Got to find out where that lock file is. Okay, so I ran into some issues when I tried to import because it was looking for a lock file. The lock file was looking for, and the way I found it is I ran a find-name lock, and it came back with this. So I found the lock file here in hidden under _opam.opam switch. Got rid of the lock file, and now we're gonna try it again, and see if we could see where, because it's a long command, so I'm gonna see if I can go back and find it. There we go. Let's see if it likes. Ah, here's another one. Let's try it again. There we go. Okay, so now it looks like it is, in fact, retrieving and validating our node data. And this is going to take some time. So we are going to come back to this, and once this is done, we're going to finish it up, and hopefully, and see if we can, let's see, the next step here is, right here. The next step is to start the node. So we're going to try that. Try screen -s Tezos Node, and then -Tezos Node run, get the local address, and see what it does, see if it actually comes up. And this is something, what we can do is go to that node, and we can actually monitor it while it's running if we do it in a screen session, which is often how you do things. You have them go in the background and then just do a tail log. But hopefully this will import everything. Let me make sure you're... That's interesting. Okay. Well, my thought on here is we're just going to have to get another block and do it and try it again with a different import. So we will be trying to start that up, and hopefully we'll get this thing going. All right, take care. See you in a little bit. Okay, so continuing on, I ran the import with a different snapshot. I had to go to a different place. Let me see if I can bring that up. Where was it? Trying to find it, because I had to go to a different place to get the get what I, let's see, nope, that's not it. Here it is. Let me show you. There we go. So this was snapshots.tezos snapshots-tezos.giganode.io, and I got the mainnet rolling one from yesterday, because I did it yesterday. So that finally succeeded. Now, one thing that I found is I was running into issues where it would say, oh, you have a lock. So I said, you know what, let me just delete that entire, let me see. There is a file. It's called .tezos Node, and I just deleted that directory, and that was no good. So what I did is I ended up recreating that directory just empty, and you can see what's in it. And you can see it has configuration. It does have a lock, but right now we don't care about that. We have a store, the store here, and so you have the, I guess the version, that's probably the version of, let's see. Okay, that may be the version, I'm not sure what that's the version of. So the store here is where all the blockchain is stored. You can see how, what we've got going on there. There's a lot of stuff in there. So, anyway, the next step when you have this imported is, of course, to then try to start it. So let's give that a shot and see what happens with that. Let me see what you're looking at. Let me just show you what the command, well, you'll see the command, actually, because I'm going to put it right in here. Let's go back here. So the first one is this. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know what that did, but okay. Now this is going to start it locally. And, well, that's interesting. It's generating an identity file, which is what I thought we did before. But, because we generated an identity file, where did we do that? Thought we did. Oh, you know what? It may have been over on the previous attempt when we were using, trying to set it up with these instructions. So, and this is going to carry on for a bit, I suspect, because it has to get synced up. I mean, obviously, there's gonna probably be some syncing because I have a blockchain snapshot from yesterday, and it's probably gonna have to sync up with today's. So we're gonna call it for now. Oh, let's doing something. There we go. This is looking good so far. Hopefully. It's, now my question is, do you always have to, now you can also, by the way, do it in this mode where it's running in the background. Let me show you. Let's see, here where it's running in the background, and in which case you can do a tail, which if you work with code, you've probably on a Unix box, you're probably used to doing tail to see your logs, and it looks like it is still going. So it looks good. So we're going to call it for now and take it from there. So hopefully this has been helpful. This was a little bit of took a number of steps to put this video together because there was steps that took so long. But again, hopefully you found it helpful. If you have, give a like. Please, share it with your friends. Please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and I will speak to you next time.